The People's Democratic Party's Presidential Campaign Council and its River State Campaign Management Committee have responded to the withdrawal order placed on its planned location for a campaign rally in Port Harcourt by Governor Wike. A joint statement dated February 1st, 2023, and jointly signed by the Director General of the PDP Presidential Campaign, Aminu Tambuwal, and Abiye Sekibo, the Director in the State Campaign Management Committee, refuted a notion communicated in the order letter that the PDP is planning to accommodate a faction of the All Progressives Congress in River State during its forthcoming campaign at Adokiye Amiesimaka Stadium. They accused Governor Wike of acting on false information and of being driven by a desire to halt the momentum being generated by the Atiku Okowa campaign. The statement accused the governor of indulging in anti-party activity and of working for rival presidential candidates, APC's Bola Tinubu. Well, Dr. Abiye Sekibo, a former Minister of Transportation and the Director of the People's Democratic Party's State Campaign Management Committee in River State, well, he joins us now. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Well, as it said in the intro, there's been a response on your part, and the claim is that the allegations are untrue, that the PDP was planning to host a faction of the APC at the same rally. Question now is, what do you think the likely response will be? Do you think that the permission will be given back for the use of the stadium? And if not, will the rally have to be rescheduled as it is set to hold for next Saturday in the state?
Well, on our part, we are prepared for a rally on the 11th. Our people are eager, they are mobilized, they are waiting for the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to visit River State to talk to his teeming supporters.
All right, Dr. Sekibo, address the rumor. We've actually said it there. There are talks that Governor Wike is working for, some would say, others would say with, Bola Tinubu, talking about the presidential candidate of the APC. Do you believe this to be true?
Well, what we see on the ground here lends credence to the possibility that that could be true, but it hasn't come directly from him, so we cannot say exactly what he said. But a few foot soldiers around him are showing signs that that's what they are doing. And we've had individuals tell us that they have been so told, but they are not willing to toe that path.
And certainly there's no love lost between the G5 governors and the party. The bad blood has been brewing for months. Now, with the alleged reports of violence that are also trailing this situation, do you see a situation where there can be an amicable agreement, or is it way past that, seeing as now the elections are just on our doorstep? Is there room for reconciliation in any sort?
Yes, there's always room for reconciliation, always room for reconciliation. And it's my prayer that the G5 governors will come back to the table and come home, actually, because they belong squarely in the PDP. They should come home, and I believe that there is room for reconciliation.
All right, but talk to me. Some are saying that it's an exercise in futility by the governor and the G5, that they cannot on one hand work against the PDP and on one hand try to get support for the PDP in their respective states. And others are saying that the PDP might not clinch the requisite number of votes across the nation if they do not have the G5 return back to the fold and work in tandem with the Presidential Campaign Council of the PDP. Talk to us about this. What do you say about this?
Well, I must say that I'm at a loss where that kind of reasoning is coming from. INEC has changed the equation of Nigerian politics. INEC has completely changed what used to happen in this country. For a long time, we are used to having results written. Most times in state capitals, results of local governments are written and just submitted. Most of us, we are witnesses to this. With the beavers has changed the equation. Our votes, all of us believe this time that our votes will count. And I don't see how 5 people or 5 persons will in their local or in their states control the decision of millions of Nigerians. And the press keeps throwing this up, and it doesn't make sense to me.
Dr. Sekibo, the reason why it's been thrown up is because it is not just 5 individuals like you've mentioned, but these are men who control quite a lot of followership in their respective states. So we're not just talking about 5 individuals or 5 votes here. We're talking about men who are almost like gatekeepers in their respective states. So factor in the followership that they command to have been able to win elections in the first place.
Sorry, you're getting it wrong. It was the people behind them that elected them. They had supporters, leaders in various local government areas who supported them, who made them governors, who went out there to campaign to make sure they became governors. Now, when they became governors, of course, they control the levers of power, they control the public purse, but that doesn't mean that the people sold their minds and hearts to them. The people didn't become slaves. The leaders of the other leaders who stood with them to make sure they became governors are not their slaves. So I don't see how you can keep banding this idea that because they are sitting governors, they control 3-point-something million people in their states, that everybody suddenly is a robot for them to turn on and turn off. I think that is a narrative that we should just throw into the dustbin. It doesn't happen.
Okay, well, moving on, there's a lot of blame to throw around. The spokesman of the consolidation of the New Rivers Vision Campaign Council, Ogbonna Wike, well, he accused Atiku supporters in detail, and I'll just summarize, of striving to cause unrest in the state, enlisting non-state actors to inflict harm on residents on multiple occasions. What is your response to what the PDP is doing in order to keep its own members in line at these heated times?
Well, let me say pointedly that the real PDP in Rivers State are the supporters of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and those who say that there is whatever connivance with APC are those who are actually conniving with APC. But having said that, there has been no incidence of violence on the part of the supporters of Atiku Abubakar against anybody or any other political party, neither within the PDP nor outside the PDP. But our own supporters, the Atiku supporters, have suffered. They've been beaten, they have been injured, they've been shot at. Our offices have been closed, properties have been revoked, land allocations have been revoked. Now, who is doing that? Is it those who control the government or those who are outside the government? In Rivers State, all Atiku supporters are not part of the Rivers State government. They are not. So they don't have a power to dish out any form of patronage to anybody. But people are willing to stand out there and support Atiku Abubakar because Atiku Abubakar is a corporate citizen of Rivers State. And I want people to understand this. When you hear people in Rivers State who are very passionate about Atiku Abubakar, it's because he has put food on the table of thousands and thousands of families in this state. He's a corporate citizen of Rivers State long before he entered into politics. So it's a household name. Those who are anti-Atiku today know who Atiku is. They know his investment and his interest in this state. No other presidential candidate in Nigeria today has the kind of economic interest and influence that Atiku has in Rivers State. So we are committed to saying thank you to a man who, before he became a politician, had put food on the tables of our people. So the issues are clear. If you're asking us to vote for Tinubu today, Tinubu is an economic danger. He's a danger to the economic interests of Rivers State. Tinubu want to move everything that we cherish in this state to Lagos. They connive to move all the headquarters of oil companies to Lagos. Even our LNG that is in Bonny, they want everything to be operated from Lagos. We cannot, Rivers people cannot take that chance. Rivers people cannot and will not take the chance of putting their faith in the hands of somebody who will destroy their economic well-being.
All right, Dr. Sekibo, for the
so the issues are clear.
And for the brevity of time and the fact that we just want to state this, the countdown is actually on. 22 days to the general elections at the end of this month. And I want to find out from you and speak for the PDP also. How are preparations going? And do you think the Independent National Electoral Commission can deliver a free, fair, and credible election at this moment in time?
I believe they can. If they stick to ensuring that the BVAS works, if they ensure that the BVAS is available in all the polling units, and everybody is allowed to go and vote, definitely they can deliver. But we must not run away from the fact there are those who are scared of the people's vote. There are people in this country who don't want the people to take a decision of who governs them. And the law enforcement agencies must watch out for those people. Those people want to truncate the process. They want to cause violence. They want to disrupt the elections. They don't want people to come out to vote. And those persons are the enemies of this nation. And the law enforcement agencies and the president himself, Buhari, has a duty to ensure that Nigerians truly cast their vote for whom they want, not giving people opportunity to have to use bullion vans to buy votes.
Well, we really appreciate you coming on the show and having this discussion with us, Dr. Abiye Sekibo.